So basically, everybody knows that what carbohydrates are, right? Like they are the main source of energy for the body, and they are the sugars, starches, and dietary fiber that is available, and mostly occur in plant foods and vegetables and dairy products as well. Carbo, without further ado, I'll go slide wise and then I'll explain each one. So why carbohydrates are important? As just right now, like how I said that energy, it acts as the energy source to spare proteins for bodybuilding, and it provides fullness to avoid hunger pangs in bariatric and non-bariatric patients as well. But in non-bariatric patients, carbohydrates are like, the major source of energy. While in bariatric patients, proteins are the ones which has to be, the major source of energy. So there are two types of carbohydrates, simple and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are the ones which have less fiber in it, whereas complex carbohydrates have more fiber in it. Simple do not provide fullness for a longer period of time. That is because they get digested faster, whereas the complex carbohydrates, they provide fullness for a longer period of time because they gradually digest. Then simple carbohydrates also, increase the blood sugar levels quite rapidly, whereas the complex carbohydrates, they increase blood sugars gradually. Here are a few examples for simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates, like white pasta. The alternative of a simple carbohydrate, that is white pasta, would be a whole wheat pasta. Cornflakes is a simple carbohydrate. An alternative can be oats or mueslis or even barley or quinoa. Then refined flour, all your bakery products, then, products that are made from maida, that is a refined wheat flour. That is pizza, burger, pav, naan, noodles, etc. These are all simple carbohydrates and they don't really stay in your stomach for a longer period of time. Hence, they're not a healthy option. Whereas high fiber and nuts, seeds, beans, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits are complex carbohydrates. Also, your cookies, biscuits are made of refined flour, are simple carbohydrates, whereas baked millet cookies like ragi or jawar cookies come under the complex carbohydrate. One more thing I wanted to mention over here is that a lot of people think that, white rice is a simple carbohydrate or a complex, but it is white bread and white rice. They come under the complex carbohydrate category, even though they are, refined products. But they should be taken in very limited quantities and amounts because of the high GI index. That is the glycemic index of the two, which I'm going to talk about in my next few slides. So here are some myths, that are myths and facts that people think that, lentils and pulses are majorly proteins, like protein-rich sources. Definitely they are, but then they have 20% proteins and 80% carbohydrates. Whereas milk is a protein. Definitely it has proteins as well, but it has more carbohydrate than proteins. Fibers are, it's a common myth that fibers are not carbohydrates. They are definitely carbohydrates, and they come under the complex carbohydrate categories. Vegetables are not carbohydrates. That is also a myth, but the fact is that they are mostly carbs, but fibers. Like fibers are, one of the carbohydrate form. Then there's also one myth that, we should cut down on carbs to lose weight, which is not really right. You should just, cut down on the simple carbohydrates, but you should keep the complex carbohydrates on the menu, like the simple carbohydrates, like I just mentioned in the previous slide. Coming to the glycemic index, which is again another important topic, that, basically this is a rating system for foods that contain carbohydrates. It shows how quickly each food, can affect your blood sugar levels, how quickly it can raise or how gradually does it raise. So lower the GI, that is the glycemic index of the food, lower the um, increase of blood sugar levels. So we should always, choose lower GI foods. Um, so basically, there are three categories: low GI. The foods that come under low GI have the glycemic index value less than 55, 55 or less than 55. Medium GI, sorry, medium GI, it is between 56 to 69, and high GI, that is foods that have glycemic index of 70 or above. So this is a list of GI for a few vegetables: the low GI foods, the medium GI, and high GI. Now, low GI foods are, your usual vegetables like cauliflower, cabbage, tomato, onion, carrot, all your beans like cluster beans, French beans, etc., including onion, tomato, and green peas. Medium GI foods are sweet potato and beetroot, which has to be taken in very moderate amounts. Now, the high GI foods, that is potato and pumpkin, it basically the glycemic index is above 70 for these two, which has to be limited, which has to be taken in a very limited amount, and it's always better if it can be avoided. Dairy and non-dairy products like your usual cow's milk, soy milk, almond milk, etc., they are all low in GI, so that can be taken in good amounts. But definitely you should go for low-fat dairy products, dairy and non-dairy alternatives. Non-vegetarian like chicken, etc., they are nuts and seeds, they are all in low GI as well. So that can be taken in good amount as well. Now here is a list for some GI cereals, GI of some cereals and pulses. So low GI foods like quinoa, barley, bajra, steel cut oats, lentils, all your dals, pulses, legumes, then rajma, red kidney beans, all of that, chickpeas, they come under low GI. So basically these are the foods that can be included in good amounts of your uh, menu basically. The medium GI foods are brown rice, whole wheat bread or flour, then couscous, then rolled oats, and also corn flour, that is makai. High GI foods that has to be taken in very less amounts, like white rice, that just how I mentioned, even though it's a complex carbohydrate and it has very minimal amount of fiber in it, but it has to be taken in, very limited quantities because of the high glycemic index. So that tends to raise your blood sugar levels quite rapidly. Then even white bread, nachni, ragi, or jawar. Here, even though it comes under nachni, ragi, jawar, even though it comes under the high GI food list, it also has other good nutrient rich properties as well, including fiber and etc. So it's you can so people who are having high sugar problems, it's better for them to take in very limited quantities or better to avoid. Otherwise, if you don't really have any sugar problems, you can take it in limited amounts. But maida, that is refined wheat flour, has to be cut down, and semolina, that is rava, suji, they also don't really have a lot of protein in it as well, so it's better to cut down on these. There are some fruits that has been listed over here. So low GI fruits like orange, your berry, apples, strawberries, apricot, peach, pears, grapefruit, etc. Like these are the fruits that can be taken in good amount. So one fruit in a day is absolutely fine, depending upon post surgery, how long has it been, and keeping a portion control in mind. Then there are medium GI fruits like grapes, banana, papaya, and pineapple. This can be taken in moderation. Then high GI fruits, like how most of you must have noticed, like how I keep focusing on, not to take a lot of watermelon, dates, mango, custard apple, chico, because the only reason is that they are having a glycemic index of a very high value, which tends to raise your blood sugar levels quite rapidly. Now, carbs are important too. Like basically, one should not completely avoid carbs. You should definitely take that. But in bariatric patients, proteins are the, proteins have to be like the major source of energy. So even though, when you are, yeah. So even though, protein foods also have carbohydrates in it, like your dals, your lentils, they also have they also provide some amount of carbohydrates, to your body. So we should, pediatric patients should focus more on the proteins and the fibers rather than just solely carbohydrates. You can definitely have some amount of carbohydrates in your plate, but make sure, that you are taking, um, uh, complex carbohydrates has to be there on your menu. The refined cereals are stripped of the fiber containing cover. Thus, that is the reason it rapidly, does raising glucose levels quickly. Don't write off the carbs. They play a very important role in health, in a healthy and balanced diet as well. And lastly, I would want to say that basically this can be like a take-home message that emphasize on fiber-rich fruits and vegetables. Then also to keep in mind is the GI index of the foods, that the list that I've put in the slides. And also, you should choose whole grains and stick to low-fat dairy products. Eat more legumes, dals, all your beans. Your greens are absolutely fine. Then avoid plain added sugar, like your table sugar. That has to be completely avoided. And yeah, I think that's about